In this video, I want to show you what the individual program looks like and what you can expect. You get access to the course, which is these 7 modules. The program is built for busy teams and follows my exact steps. It's based on my experience, first as a performance marketer and then as a head of growth since 2010. But more importantly, I've taught this framework since 2015 to more than 1,500 marketers in offline trainings. Since 2023, I've been running these programs in-house with teams and people loved it. That's why I've opened up this to any B2B marketer who wants to join now. You get course access and you join weekly group sessions. In these calls, you ask questions, get feedback, and stay accountable. You also learn from the questions of other marketers in your small group. It's a format that I've tested both with my clients and in my own companies, and you will learn a lot. So next to these calls, you get access to the course so you can follow along at your own pace. You watch the short lessons each week. They are full of examples and this will get you inspired. Every week, you will then implement small changes so it fits next to your daily work. So the course and the program follow my compound growth framework. This is the first module of the course and it's free. This is where you learn how this works. This module introduces the 3 characters, Random Rick, Specialist Steve, and Solid Sarah. And it compares the 3 approaches of growth and will show you that compound growth is the best way to drive revenue. Here's a super short summary of the compound growth framework. There are 4 categories of growth that are the same for any B2B company. And these 4 categories split up into these 12 metrics. If you increase all 12 metrics by just 10%, something magical happens. Let me show you. 10% on all 12 metrics doesn't add up to 120% growth, but it multiplies to 214% growth. And this is so powerful that it's almost impossible to beat with just driving traffic. Module 2 is the growth setup. This is based on the practical stuff that I've seen working as a consultant for over 10 years and what I've seen going wrong with most of the time. The first step is to map your customer journey in the correct way. And I have many different examples, so different funnels that will all fit. Then we turn that into better deal stages in the CRM. I think that about 60 to 80% of my new clients, I actually make some small changes into either the naming or the sorting of these pipeline stages. And the marketing and the sales teams are always happy with this because it's easier to do sales and it's easier to run marketing automation for the sales team as well. Then we do calculations to see what's needed in terms of how many calls booked we need to actually reach our goals. And this is all based on a calculator that you get with the program. This is both a calculator where you input your own numbers, but it's also a forecast, so you can calculate forward and see what each experiment will give you in growth. It's a great tool to compare 2 different scenarios. What if we do A and what if we do B? And you can actually see how your revenue grows and then pick the one that gives you the most growth. This is all based on customer research. So in module 2, I'm going to show you how to do this very quickly, but necessary customer research. And this has lots of benefits that you can see in this slide. And if you say, why do I have to do this? Speaking to the customers who will pay you money will definitely pay off. I'm going to share everything in the course exactly how I do it. It's not going to take a lot of time and it's going to give you a lot of growth. And that brings us to module 3, engaged sessions. In the program, you have 2 weeks to do the preparation of setting up your customer journey and doing the customer research. And then from there, it's where we actually start driving practical stuff. So in week 3, 4, and 5, we go over engaged sessions, aka traffic, and I'm going to teach you small changes that will drive 10% growth on each of the different metrics. In week 6, 7, and 8, I will show you everything you need to know about B2B conversion optimization and marketing automation to drive way more leads and meetings for the sales team. Module 5 is the sales pipeline. This is where you learn to collaborate with your sales teams in a better way and what you can do as a marketer to help your sales team close more deals. Next is module 6, the contract value. This is week 12, 13, and 14. And this is where you learn everything you need to know how to increase the lifetime value by actually doing stuff, because it's a big topic and I'm going to make it very practical for you. How do you build a good onboarding so clients have a good first impression? How do you make sure that people stay? What changes can the sales team make, and you can help them make them, in the proposals, in the quotes, and in the sales conversations to drive more upsell and more retention for your existing customers, all while keeping all your customers super happy. And finally, module 7 goes into more advanced strategies. This is the last module, and this is where you start doing a cycle on your own. So together we've gone through all 12 metrics, and now this is where you can do it on your own. This is a constraint calculator where, based on your exact data and your goals, you will instantly see where the biggest opportunities are, and you can also use the forecast calculator to see which path works best for you. This is a great tool so you can start doing growth on your own, and you can start moving through the 4 growth engines. So here's what that looks like. In the next cycle, it's a more free-form way of doing growth, but now you know what to do, so we can widen the scope. This is where you start moving not as a random rig, but as a strategic solid Sarah. And if you want to know what the course structure looked like, then sign up for the free module because you can see what the platform looks like and if the format is for you. So the program is one of the 3 products that I offer. The first one is just the course. The second one is the course plus the weekly guidance for 14 weeks. And then you join a small group call to get your questions answered and to get feedback. And option 3 is a growth partnership where I join your team and I set it up together with you.